Police Department. Good morning. Who's on the home?
Everybody?
Okay. Can you come outside the phone real quickly?
For what?
You guys want to get a call for service here?
Not yet.
Lady, don't play the game. You're either do that or don't do this. Grab her. Ma'am, stop. Ma'am, stop resisting us. Stop resisting. We're here for a lawful reason, okay?
This is Rotisha Silvius, and just feet away from her lies her 18-year-old daughter, Natavia Sanders, dying.
Man, we got somebody on the floor, bro.
In the moments that follow, officers are told this is a mental health crisis, that nothing violent had happened. But what investigators are about to uncover is a far darker story.
Okay, I'm sorry, what happened?
I was strangled.
Okay, by who?
It was the beginning of one of the most devastating and disturbing cases of domestic murder Florida has ever seen. One that started with a call for help and ended with a daughter who never made it to graduation. We don't know much about Rotisha Silvius' past, but she spent most of her life in Erie, Pennsylvania, where her mother and a few family members ran a number of shady businesses that masqueraded as health spas. But according to local authorities, the businesses were actually houses of prostitution. One of the spas was called Totally Youth. Rotisha and her sister Corinne allegedly began working there as prostitutes as soon as they turned 18. Later, when prosecutors filed charges against their mother, Corinne claimed that she and Rotisha helped to manage the businesses. One of their duties was recruiting women to work as prostitutes, and they targeted young drug addicts because they were usually willing to do whatever it took to get enough money to get their next fix. It's unclear if Rotisha used drugs like some of the other girls, but somewhere along the line she began exhibiting signs of mental illness. Eventually, she was diagnosed with schizophrenia. Over the years, Rotisha may have had as many as 10 children with a number of different men. Her daughter, Natavia Samari Sanders, was born on February 15th of 2006. We know that Natavia's father's name was Willis, but it's unclear if he and Rotisha were married or if they had any other children together. Either way, little Natavia had a bubbly personality from the very beginning. And unsurprisingly for the girl born the day after Valentine's Day, she was absolutely gaga over the color pink. Later, she attended Strong Vincent High School in Erie, Pennsylvania. According to Principal Andrea Gloystein, Natavia always had a smile on her face. In fact, she couldn't remember a single day when Natavia didn't bound up the stairs grinning from ear to ear. Natavia was also one of the first children in the school's history to earn the coveted Principal for a Day title, racking up more good behavior points than her fellow students. After middle school, Natavia attended the Erie School District's revolutionary Cyber Choice Academy. This gave students the ability to take some of their classes virtually when they had other commitments or that just didn't fit in at school. It's unclear why Natavia did not attend high school in person, but by then she had blossomed into a beautiful young woman. Then, in the spring of 2024, Natavia, her siblings, and her mother, Rotisha, abruptly packed up and moved more than 1,100 miles, or over 1,700 kilometers, south to Tampa, Florida. Unfortunately, we don't know what motivated them to make such a big move just a few weeks before Natavia's high school graduation. In fact, we don't even know if Natavia wanted to go or whether she wanted to stay in Erie where she grew up. Whatever the case, they eventually settled into a home located on the 1900 block of East 23rd Avenue, about a mile or 1.6 kilometers northeast of downtown Tampa. It's unclear what Natavia's relationship with her mother was like or what may have transpired in the home on Friday, May the 10th of 2024. But early the following morning, a workman in the area saw Rotisha standing outside yelling and talking to herself incoherently. He apparently thought she was intoxicated, under the influence of drugs, or having some kind of a mental or emotional episode. When he called 911, he allegedly told the operator that he thought she posed a danger to herself and perhaps to the other residents of the neighborhood as well. Officers responded to the call, but for some reason they didn't take Rotisha into custody. This could have been because she was gone when the officers arrived or because they didn't have sufficient cause to detain her. But authorities received a second call from the same location later that morning. At this time, the caller was Rotisha's 18-year-old daughter, Natavia.
Tampa Police 911, what is the address of the emergency? sorry, by who? Is she still there?
Yes.
How long ago did this happen?
It happened like 34 minutes ago. I just woke up.
Okay. Where is your mother now?
She's outside my room.
Shortly in the call, the operator heard what sounded like a door opening, and then moments later, the call was disconnected. The operator immediately dispatched officers to the residence and began trying to reestablish contact with Natavia. The front and back doors were both locked when officers arrived on the scene 14 minutes later.
I know you're in the home. Just come to the door.
Yeah.
Did you guys attempt to call back? Because now the lights are out. I think I hear him screaming upstairs, but I can't tell.
Another officer joined him at the scene moments later.
Was it growl? And then I couldn't tell if it was screaming upstairs or where it was. Look, the couches are up on the wall. You see this? Look up here. See this? Yeah. Almost like you're not there too, but you heard screaming? Yeah. You just hear a scream for help or something? Police department! Tampa police! Come downstairs!
The officers knocked and asked the occupants to come out of the home multiple times before 38-year-old Rotesha Silvius finally answered the door.
Tampa Police Department. Good morning. He's all in the home.
Everybody?
Okay. Can you come outside and pull out quick, please?
For what?
You guys want to get a call service here?
Not here.
Lady, don't play games. You're either do that or don't do this. Never. Ma'am, stop. Stop it. You're not going to stop us from entering the house. Ma'am, open the door.
Stop.
Where you want to come? Ma'am, stop resisting us. Stop resisting us. We're here for a lawful reason, okay? You got that?
After a brief scuffle, they did subdue her, handcuff her, and escort her from the home and put her in the back of one of the patrol vehicles.
Sit down.
Look on my Facebook.
Sit down. Here, you know what? Come on, stand up, stand up.
You don't have to be aggressive.
No, do me a favor. Hey, stop. Hey, do me a favor. Just hang out with her. Where my car? I gotta go upstairs, man. In the car, please. Figure it out. Just keep an eye on this.
According to police reports, nearly 6 minutes had elapsed by the time they re-entered the home to check on the other occupants. That meant that nearly 20 minutes had elapsed since Natavia called 911. The officers quickly found 3 children, ages 3, 5, and 9, inside the home. They were all terrified, but thankfully uninjured. Natavia, however, was unconscious on her back on the kitchen floor.
Man, we got somebody on the floor, bro. She looks super upset, bro.
One of the officers performed CPR while the other requested an ambulance.
We're doing CPR right now. Upstairs.
No, she's in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Kitchen.
Oh, okay.
Kitchen.
Yeah.
Not responsive at all. Out of here. Possibly choke out. Maybe a very low faint pain.
do, and then we're gonna roll through some.
That's why I take Dose for Your Liver, a daily shot with turmeric and milk thistle. It's clinically backed, tastes like orange juice, and it helps me feel good knowing that I'm taking care of my body from the inside out.
One thing I love about it is it tastes just like orange juice, and the fact that it has turmeric in it, which is the best that you can have for athletes.
$19.99 for 2 pizzas and 2 sides? Oh yeah, it's Domino's perfect combo.
Okay, I'm back with another whatnot haul. That you can truly find anything on this app. I really...
Rotesha was in the back of the cruiser when the ambulance whisked her unconscious daughter from the scene. We'll never know if she saw Natavia being taken out of the home on the stretcher, but shortly thereafter, she was sprawled out on the back of a patrol vehicle when officers went to check on her.
Step out, man. Step out, man.
Seen Lazo down.
We stop acting like this, please, so we can do your search.
But now something wrong with her. And that one wrong with when she was just choking that girl.
And from there, Rotesha's behavior became increasingly bizarre and erratic.
No, she was caught once and had a board, and she started making something about these taking something. I forget exactly what she said. Something about these.
We just have fire,
Yeah.
so check her. We'll let her phone.
Oh, but your ass you going down, brother. Saying that like that now. What ain't wrong with you?
Young lady, what's your name? And you live here? How long have you lived here? A few months. Okay, who do you live here with?
Me and my children.
Your children? The small children? Like the babies? I seen 1 or 2 little babies. What about the other person there?
No, I have 3 kids.
You have 3 kids? How old are your kids? How old are they?
9, 3, and 4.
4? Okay.
When asked who else was in the house, she told officers that she had 3 young children. But interestingly, she failed to mention her 18-year-old daughter, Natavia.
So who's here today with you?
Me and my 3 kids.
You and your 3 kids? Okay. The 3 and 4-year-old, were they upstairs? Okay. And then where's your 9-year-old?
They're all upstairs.
They're all upstairs?
We're all up there.
Okay.
We just got up now and give them a bath.
Who's in the kitchen? Somebody's in the kitchen a little bit older than 9, though. They're not 9 years old.
I couldn't even tell you.
You couldn't even tell you?
I only have 3 kids.
Okay. Okay. All right, hang tight. Hang tight.
Do you want to see the fire department? Do you want them to check you out?
I'm fine. I just want my kids.
She's fine.
don't know what happened, like.
And after that, she said this.
Is this Black Hawk Down? Like, who are these people?
The police department, police and fire.
It's anyone's guess if Rotesha was acting or whether her emotions and odd behavior were genuine. Either way, she eventually admitted that she had 4 children instead of 3 like she had initially stated.
Who went to the hospital just now, do you know? Who is that? Oh, you have 4 kids? Okay, what was that daughter's name?
EMTs attempted to attend to Rotesha's minor wounds shortly after arriving.
She doesn't want it to work.
Are y'all okay? Why are y'all here?
If you can just look at her and make sure she's.
You don't want us to check you out?
No, I'm fine.
I gotta get closer.
Everything's fine. Thank you. I appreciate it.
We're gonna walk over to the other car, okay?
You have to walk to it, yeah.
After that, the officers took her in another cruiser. At that point, she changed her mind and asked for medical attention just as the officer was about to take her into the police station. However, she seemed genuinely surprised when she found out that she was going to the Hillsborough County Jail on Orient Road and not to the emergency room.
He just said they got to go to the ER, and they made me
No,
ask
you'll do that at the jail.
They have, yeah, the Orient Jail has a whole medical staff there that
Why?
We're not going to the hospital. Especially for that. Yeah. So is there anything else you need that for, ma'am? Okay. Sorry.
I'll give you a band-aid. Okay.
Natavia was alive, but in critical condition when she arrived at a nearby hospital. Back at the home on East 23rd Avenue, the 9-year-old told the responding officers that she heard Natavia screaming in distress just before they got there. She also said that she crept down the stairs and saw Rotesha on top of Natavia with her hands over her nose and mouth like she was trying to prevent her from breathing. While Natavia was fighting for life, her mother, Rotesha, was arrested, booked into the Hillsborough County Jail, and charged with domestic battery and resisting arrest. Emergency room doctors did what they could to stabilize Natavia's condition, but by then, nearly all of her brain activity had ceased. Sadly, she succumbed to her injuries 2 days later on Monday, May the 13th. Needless to say, her friends, family members, and former classmates back in Erie, Pennsylvania were absolutely crushed when they heard the news. A few weeks later, on May the 24th, prosecutors added 1 count of first-degree murder to the original charges after the medical examiner determined that Natavia was murdered and that her death was caused by mechanical asphyxiation, or in layman's terms, manual strangulation. Rotesha remained in the Hillsborough County Jail without bond, but in October, her public defender persuaded the court to order a psychiatric evaluation based on her history of mental illness. After that, the Florida Department of Children and Families placed her in a mental health facility where forensic psychiatrists evaluated her to determine if she was mentally ill and competent to stand trial. At that point, it looked like Rotesha might never have her day in court for killing her daughter. After all, there was a good chance that she would be found incompetent to stand trial based on the fact that she was previously diagnosed with schizophrenia. However, the evaluators determined that she wasn't eligible for continued commitment in the mental health facility, and as such, they sent her back to the Hillsborough County Jail. Rotesha was deemed competent to stand trial in late January of the following year and had her first scheduled court appearance in May. As of now, it is unclear if she will actually go to trial or whether prosecutors will offer her a plea deal. We would like to explain